And great, I'm seeing like a lot of really great questions on the chat.
Yeah.
So, Franco, Masi wanted to ask, which were the obstacles? Sorry, is someone trying to talk? No? Okay. So I'll ask the question. So what were the obstacles you faced when helping the vulnerable? And I think this is also related to another question. What are the problems that you're facing recently? Maybe you can address those two at the same time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow, that's a nice question coming from you guys.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So number one, I was saying our first challenge, our first problem is because we are dealing with dance, and most of the people who are in slums or maybe those, or rather, let me just put like most of the people who like hear about dance, they think it's not like the right thing to do, or maybe it's just a fun thing. Like it's not like something that can be a career or something you can get a good life out of. So that's one of the challenges because they think uh, when you get into dance, probably you'll end up being like in drugs. Probably you'll end up like having no good life. For the girls, maybe you'll end up being a prostitute and something. So those are the some of like mindsets that we are going through in dealing with our day-to-day like activities back in Kibera, and we are trying to change this, and it's super hard because these are things that have happened. Like most of the dancers have got into drugs and everything. Most of the girls have got like pregnant before settling themselves that well. So yeah, that's a challenge to us, and we are trying to put this one out as connected dance and education, and most people are not understanding. Most especially the parents, they are not understanding. They're not seeing the importance. So it's taking us like a lot of work to make them understand, and a lot of sometimes money wise to make them understand. Yeah. So that's one of our challenges. Another problem that we are facing, yeah, is finding like the correct people who like can help us to push this vision. Finding the people who we are like seeing the same vision together. It's super hard. Uh, Another challenge that we are facing is poverty. Like our children will come to us. By the way, hatuna pesa hivyo sana, hatuna pesa. But because of poverty, you see, when children come to us, when they go back to their homes, then parents expect them to come back with like unga or maybe like all of them to be paid like school fees and everything. And we are just started, and we like always we need to explain ourselves to this to parents like we don't have that much money because we don't have like funders to fund us. It's how are we funding ourselves is through like schools because our program is in schools. Schools pay for them, and that's how we fund ourselves. That's how we manage like to buy the snacks for the kids whenever they come for classes, like every week. And that's how we manage like to pay even like the teachers slightly something. And to parents, they think like we have so much, we have so many funders. We are praying for funders to come through, maybe in future or very soon, which yeah they will be coming. But for now, it's a challenge, and parents think like we need to give right now like so much. They are more of physical things, tangible things. They're not getting the educational part of it. Yeah, so that's one like some of our challenges. Yeah, I don't know if I answered you correctly.
Yes, nice. Yeah, and to just recap, so the challenges he said is people don't view dance as like a great opportunity for learning. Yeah, there's a
Yes,
mindset of,
yes,
yeah, if you get into dance, you're also will probably like end
yeah,
up in other distractive activities. So like the
yeah,
view around dance as a part of
yeah,
learning and education. The other
yeah,
challenge is, yeah, like it faces everyone, like being in Kibera, like the poverty is really extreme. And so, yeah,
yeah,
people still need like things like food. And when an organization is coming to help people, will expect a
yeah.
lot out of that organization to provide everything. So, yeah, that's a
Exactly.
challenge. I'll share. Okay, so there's
And,
some.
and just sorry, and just to wrap it, like those problems still make us strong because we see like everyone is not seeing what we are seeing. Everyone is not like seeing what we are being in, and that makes me strong and think like, by the way, this is my purpose. We are here make these people understand and to make them like see the things. Yeah, continue. Sorry for that one. Yeah.
No, this is, hey, this is your time. So interrupt me as much as you can. I'll just remind people to put yourselves on mute. So there's some
Yeah.
words of encouragement here. So they're saying keep, from Ruth says, keep up, Frank. Good job. Thumbs up. And then Judy Kamuto says, for never giving up, thumbs up. Macredia says, tremendous and inspiring life. This turns into a question. So he's like, I'm curious, was there a mentor who helped you transit from the depressed stage? He said depressed step to your goal, but maybe I'm rephrasing the question. So was there a mentor who helped you like during the tough times when you're depressed? And this can relate to another question. I think I saw, oh yeah, have you ever reached a point that you want to give up? And how did you deal with it? So that's a question from Shamila as well. So let's combine Shamila and Andy's question about, yeah, how do you get over depression and like those tough times when things don't work out?
Yeah. So let me start with the mentor one, then I go to giving up. So yeah, I had a mentor who like I was connected with through my pastor where I was going to church. But the mentorship program went like for 2 weeks only. We did it for 2 weeks, then that was it. And mostly where I was finding my help, or maybe where I was like when I'm depressed, I was being like calmed down and everything. It was through church. And when I was going to church and dancing and everything, things just cooled, and I was happy when in church and dancing. But again, through the same church, like lots of things happened because of dance. It came to a point where the pastor was thinking dance is nonsense, by the way. So again, my safe space turned into like a place of depression again. So I was coming to church. Whenever I was going to church, like I was being depressed, then it forced me now to stop going to church. So then I turned to be my own savior. Like I'm depressed. One thing God helped me with is being positive. I knew things will be good at one point, and just that keeps me going. Like just knowing things will be fine, and not just saying, but doing stuff. And knowing things will be good. Tomorrow I wake up, go dance, and the kids who are part of it, like trying to take away the depression because they were like most of the times coming to my house knocking, let's go dance, and this was one of the things that was keeping me away, like from being too depressed. I was depressed, yeah, but yeah, it was somehow the like reducing it. About on did I felt like giving up, or I'll answer that straight. I felt like giving up so many times. Up to now, sometimes I feel like giving up so many times because like each and every day is different day. So many things happens. Like as I've said before, like sometimes I ask myself, what am I doing? Am I making any impact? And sometimes I see like even some kids, what we are trying to teach is not what they are getting and everything. And sometimes this again, back into my mind, I'm like, should I do this thing, or maybe what should I do? And sometimes I feel like giving up. But again, it's my purpose. Nobody say it will be easy. Nobody say it will be a smooth run. Nobody say it will be like maziwa na mkate. So yeah, it's all about hard work. So I remind myself that one. I remind myself like I'll face even a wall, and I'm the one now to figure out how to go through the wall. If I'll bring like an ocean to bring it down, if I'll use a nyundo to break the wall down, yeah. So that's how I deal with my giving up moments. But I always have them, yeah.
Nice, thank you. So let's go on. So Miriam says, great, I sing and I dance, but in school, because I'm scared that my parents are going to go against me when I decide to reveal my talents at home. But I do art too. How can I be courageous enough to stand up again when I feel discouraged in so like she's saying like she's really artistic. She has talent in art, but she's afraid to share it because she is afraid of discouragement. So that's one. Then Franco, okay, let's see. Teresia says, wow, the interesting life experience. Good job for being positive and a nice guy giving up. Oh. and the nice to giving up on life. I don't know what the last part, but I think it's like just a positive message. And
Yeah.
keep up. Lynn says, keep up the spirits. I like the way you make finding our purposes so easy, and yet it isn't. And then Ruth had a question. It's almost similar to that, what you've shared about giving up. Thank you.
Yeah.
So there's a question, has any donor got inspired by your project and come to rescue you? And then what pushed you to dancing was then, and then there was another question about what pushed you to dancing. Were there other choices that you could have made or that you're thinking of? And then a word of encouragement. The story was painful but interesting, and it has taught me, and it has taught us to be positive. So thank you for all those. Okay, so you can go ahead.
So yeah, I'll start by answering the thing of there's one who's a dancer feeling like he or she is a she.
It's a she, Miriam. Yeah, it's a she.
So Miriam, you're feeling like when your parents know this, then it will be a discouragement. Yeah, probably that's true. Maybe it's not. So maybe you can try. But what I'll tell you, Miriam, is for you to make a change, for you to bring impact in your life or maybe in someone else's life, you need to face your fears. Like take your fears, fight them. Don't make your fears don't make decisions even before facing your fears, and don't fear your fears because your fear. I don't know if you'll understand. Don't fear your fears because even your fears fears you. And for example, what maybe are like fears? How I understand it is like false expectations, fearing real. I'll repeat it again, like fear, false expectations appearing real. So like sometimes we see things are coming our way, or maybe we imagine things and just try like making decisions and giving up. No, don't. Let's not be that one. If you want to create like great Africa, if you want to get to create great change, because I believe we youths are the change, are the next change, big change. We are the ones who are coming in to bring like what we want to see this world to look like. Then we need to face our fears. Face your parents. Tell them this is what I'm doing. This is what I like doing. Tell them like good examples that are out there. There are so many bad examples, but look for those good examples. Look for inspiration. Look for like someone you look up to who made it through this. Tell this to your parents. Open their minds, open their eyes and everything, and be the one to bring that change to them through you. So just face it and see how it turns, and everything will be fine. Then the next question was, I hope I answered you, Miriam.
Yeah, maybe also I can explain because not explain, but add on to maybe what Miriam. I think it's a challenge a
Yeah,
lot of teenagers face, especially as you grow up trying to find your purpose, trying to find what you're good at. There's a lot of things you want to
yeah,
try out, but sometimes school doesn't allow for that. One thing you can try and practice is how you can negotiate with your parents. So you can say, hey, I'll try and do my best in these subjects, but also can you offer me this opportunity to try out this talent because I feel like I
yeah,
can grow. Yeah, so
yeah,
if you can go to your parents or your guardian with a plan of how you want to grow your talent and also make sure you are taking care of your assignments, taking care of
yeah,
the schoolwork, yeah, the schoolwork, but also dance should be part of school. That's what I believe. Like
yeah.
dancing,
And
singing,
and and
that should be part of
work hard in school as well. Yeah,
exactly.
don't forget to work hard. Don't just take like because if you want to do art. And by the way, don't get it wrong. Like because me purpose is my dance. Don't get it wrong. Like it's all about dance or anything. It's the thing that you want to do. You want to be a pilot. How are you doing it? You want to be an engineer. What are you doing now? Or maybe you want to be like a technician. I believe there are so many scientists who are here like what are you doing now, like you love it, so now like just work hard on it. So it's not all about like dancing. Just take maybe the things you've learned now to what you're doing now, because for me it's dancing and trying to create like so many things, because it's not dance only, it's not enough. And that's why we have like and education like experts getting in to connect dance and education. It takes a lot of work because talent only is not enough. That one I'll be like super honest with you guys on my experience. Can you guys hear me? Oh, okay.
Yes,
So
you can still
talent only is never enough. So plus your talent, like put hard work in it. Look for like what else can I add to this talent to make like change and everything. Then I saw a question of apart, did I have option apart from dancing? Yes, I had.
Mhm.
Yes, I had option apart from dancing. I was playing football before, but dance came. Then I realized no, football and me were not getting along anymore. I was a good footballer. I was number 7, by the way. I like in Kibera, I was in a good team. Then I wanted to be a pilot, but as you can see now, I'm piloting dance and education. So that never came to this. Then in my high school, like this, I'm so passionate about, which I think if after having like quite good money, I'll go back to school. I wanted to be a lawyer. I'll do law. So that's one thing I'm super passionate about because I'm more interested in like politics and everything sometimes, and want just to know more about that. So yeah, I'm more interested into law again. Then another question I saw, apart from dancing, is there any other thing I'm engaging with? Me, my life is education and dance. So yes, apart from dancing, it's we are in education, and I talk a lot the same way I'm talking right now, and yeah, so that's what I'm doing. So yeah, and now like, if not for Corona, I was supposed to go to South Africa to do a talk like this one to just youth and everything, and maybe sometimes during the year, uko mbele mbele, we'll be doing some talks in maybe like Senegal, where expensive, US, Minnesota, yeah. So that's what I do. Talk and dance and education. Bring them together and motivate people and motivate myself. Yes. Apart from that, that's what I do.
Nice. Thank you. So we're about to wrap up the session. Another question, what is your greatest fear? The last two questions. What is your greatest fear? And then Andius again asked, I believe there are those underdeveloped and uh, vulnerable, is it marginalized schools in Kibera where parents can't raise money to cater for like a project such as yours. Can you administer the project free of charge? So they want to learn more about how you conduct the classes and programs for the kids. And then what is your greatest achievement? So those I'll leave as the last 3 questions. Okay. Your greatest fear, how you run your program, what is your greatest achievement? Rebecca, you've asked a good question. What else do you do? But he's already answered that. So he shared that he also talks and goes around inspiring other young people to make change in their community. So you've already answered that. Okay, so those 3 questions can go, and then we can wrap up. Thank you.
So I start with, oh my God, I'm remembering only the fear one.
Okay, your greatest fear? Your greatest fear? How your programs are run, and I guess is it free of charge, and then what is your greatest achievement? Those are I can repeat them if you forget. It's okay.
Okay, great. So I'll start with the classes, how we run them. So basically, sorry I didn't say this, but our community classes are totally free. The classes that we do in community, we have three venues now in Kibera, which are totally free. We don't make children pay or parents pay for them. How we support it is we are also in schools. So schools pay for our programs, how we connect education and dance in schools. Now schools pays, and that's now cater for everything in the community. So it's totally free for the people in community or for the children in community. Our achievements now, like there's a person actually I saw asking about like, are there some donors who are interested in us? Yes, this year was like a lovely one. We had like donors coming through. We had one donor last time who came through, has helped us a lot and still helping us. We had like 4 donors this year before Corona thing. Corona is just a devil anyway. Yeah, they'll still be coming through. So we have like donors coming in. That's one of our achievements. Another achievement is we have like partners now joining us and trying to create opportunities for our children that we are having. We have partners from South Africa. We have partner now coming in from US. Then we have like our local partners who we are now like talking on how to create opportunities for our children. So that's one of our achievements again. Then another achievement is, yeah, having like over 280 children every week coming to Cheza, like getting away from all these pressures from the community, like getting away from drugs, getting away like from being idle in the community or in the streets. Them coming to Cheza, it's such achievement for us, and yeah, I'm always super happy like to see that. Yes. Then the last question was, oh, my fear. Where? That's a hard, good question. What's my greatest fear? Yeah, I'll be honest. I'll be super honest with you. My greatest fear is going back to what I went through. That one I never want to fear it. I never want to face it. I never like just going to the life I had back then. Like no, that's my greatest fear. Anything that comes like that wants to bring me down, that wants to take me back to like being a hopeless person, that wants to take me back to be like to think I'm a mistake, that wants to take me back to all the things that I don't want these children to face. That's my greatest fear. And every day I pray to God like that one day to never come, like when everything will just go down. Brrr. Yeah. So that's that's it.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Franco. I think just the last part is from Miriam. She says, congratulations in your inspirations at Kibera.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have my video off. Let me turn it on. Yeah, congratulations in your inspirations at Kibera. That is where majority of our talents come from. So keep it up. Nice, that's a good.
Viva.
Okay, so we're coming to the end of this lovely session. I would like to invite a volunteer from the finalists, from all of you young leaders, one volunteer who can give a vote of thanks on behalf of everyone. Okay, so the first one, maybe to raise, let me see. Okay, the first one to raise their hand. I hope the first hand comes up. Who would like to give a vote of thanks to Frank?
Okay, thank you very much. And I think what Franco is doing is tremendous and it's inspiring. And I want to personally applaud him for what he's doing. That's a great art of work. And I hope that much people will look up to him and he'll keep it up. What he's doing is inspiring a lot of people, especially in the vulnerable streets like Kibera. And Franco, I applaud you. That's great. Keep it up. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice, thank you. So, Franco, on behalf of Jimin, thank you so much again. I didn't share this, but I met Franco last year through dance. He was invited for a workshop I was attending, and I really love the way he taught us how to dance in a really simple way. I think the person who said like he's helped you find your purpose in a simple way, even though it's hard. He taught us how to dance in a simple way, even though sometimes people think they have two left feet. And Franco, unfortunately, yeah, Corona is really affecting a lot of things. If we were on camp, Franco would also be leading a dance workshop session during the camp to all of you. But maybe he can send us videos of how we can can learn how to dance or some dance moves.
We can look up to that, yeah.
So, but then thank you again, Franco, for just taking your time to, yeah, just bring your full self and share your story, how painful it is, so, and also how hopeful it is and inspiring. So we don't take that for granted, and we really appreciate that. And I know that all the finalists have gotten something. So as you've Franco said, finding your purpose, it's not just a straight line. Like once you find it, you're set. It has its challenges, ups and downs, even as you're still figuring out how best to become a leader, an innovator, and a change maker. Okay. So with that, we are going to close the session.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for the feedback. Thank you so much for the questions. And thank you for making me learn, for making me think I'm motivated by you guys. I'm super motivated by you guys. And because you are chosen here, believe me, it's not just a normal thing to be on the finalist or something. You have something inside you. Then take that something, bring change with it. It's not by mistake you're here, or it's not. It's one of those favors that you're here. Use that favor appropriately to do something for yourself and for your community and for your family. Thank you so much for having me. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you. All right. Everyone have a good rest of the evening and night. We'll see you all tomorrow. Bye. Thank you, Franco.